Hey everyone, skull902 here for a lovely, nice, cozy afternoon stream. Just, you know, felt like doing this. No real explanation or whatever necessary. You guys know I'm not on a schedule. Doing another one of my open invite thingies. We'll see if anyone pops up in my stream server to be a co-host and whatnot. Yeah, today I just felt like playing some 8-bit Sonic 1. The Master System version specifically. Uh, just felt like doing that. Let's get right into the game and all that. Beautiful. Yeah, just wanted to do this, shoot the shit with you guys and whatnot. Let's have a nice casual time here with 8-bit Sonic 1. Hi, Sunswift. Welcome, welcome. There we go. I apologize, by the way. Should I start randomly coughing? I put it in the description as well, but I seem to be suffering from the effects of my seasonal allergies, which is always nice. I got a bit of a scratchy throat right here today. Yeah. Welcome, Kimosabe. I'll unhide your message in just a brief moment. Let's do that. How you doing, Kimosabe? Hope you're having a nice time. And you, Sunswift, as well. Oh. Hi, Sai Patel. Welcome to the stream. Nice to hear you're doing pretty good there, Kimosabe. I hope that I can bring you some nice entertainment here today. And just kind of casually going at 8-bit Sonic 1 here, and looking to have a good, nice chat with you all and stuff. All right, that should be good. All right. There we go. It should get me another life. Hell yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, seasonal allergies. I'm gonna be coughing, presumably. So I apologize for that. Took some Dayquil right before the stream, so hopefully it's not as bad. The Master System is kind of underrated. I wouldn't really know the library too well. I know it has its fans. I'm just familiar with the 8-bit Sonics. But hey, the Master System versions of these games are pretty fucking legit. It might seem impossible, but there actually is a window where you can hit Eggman there. Ah, damn. Yeah, get fucked, Eggman. Is this in the Sega Genesis? No. This is the Sega Master System version of Sonic 1. It's pretty different from the Genesis original. pretty gosh darn different. Here's one thing I quite love about the game. You see, I got the shield in Green Hill Act 2, and I've kept it my whole time since. So yeah. Blah blah blah. Sunswift. Yes, I am using an emulator. I'm using Kega Fusion for this. And I love Bridgezone's song too. It's fantastic. I'm surprised I didn't die there. Can you turn the music up so I can rave? Sure. What's my volume mixer at? 5. I'll turn it up to 8. And you let me know if you can hear it much better. I know I can hear the rings much better. My goodness. Fuck off, Buzz Bomber. Ooh, damn, that was close. I wasn't even looking where I was going. Yeah, exactly. That Buzz Bomber needed to fuck off. It was being a bad boy, and quite frankly, that's no good. So yeah, I've been getting the Chaos Emeralds independently of special stages. Special stages in this one are more so just for getting extra lives. And continues as well. Not that I would need it, because you know I'm pretty experienced at this game. The soundtrack in this game sounds pretty good. I can vibe to this. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know the music in this game, or I know that this music sounds very familiar, and I don't care. It's a good song. I mean, if it wasn't good, then would it be familiar at all? Yeah, exactly. Some people make the comparison to this song, and I have never heard anyone compare Bridge Zone to Full House. Okay, it's not here. Hey, Robert H. So many bridges, but where do they lead? Terabithia. I don't know. I never saw that movie. This is it, right? Yep. How old is this game? It came out in '91, the same year as the Genesis version. It did take a couple months though. This game came out in October that year. Genesis version came out in June. Yeah, that's because I have the shield on, and it's a thing about flashing sprites. So even though I'm streaming in 60 frames per second, actually no, if you watch in 720p, you should be able to see Sonic well enough. So if you're in 480p, then perhaps that's why you're seeing the discrepancy there. Again, this runs 60 frames per second, so every other frame it flashes between Sonic and the shield. So in 60 frames, that looks perfectly fine, but in 30 frames, it's a little more noticeable that, you know, they're not on the screen at the same time. I legit wonder if I'm the only person in the universe that doesn't have too much of a problem with the Sonic 1 special stages. There we go. Then again, I've always liked mazes, and I practiced the shit out of the Genesis Sonic 1 special stages, so perhaps my thing is just from repetition. I've played it so much that that it just doesn't bother me anymore. Oh shit. Okay. For a second I thought that I couldn't backtrack. But there is a secret extra life in every boss level. Hello, Crest. Welcome to the stream. Just running me some 8-bit Sonic 1 right now. Because I felt like it. I'm a little surprised nobody's jumped in the VC, but I mean, it's not like they're obligated to, so. I know everybody's got their own lives. Oop. And oop. Yeah. Ah, man. I always miss that. Okay. I can go back for it, though. Here, just in case I die. Imagine a 16-bit version that is not the Genesis version. Yeah, you know, it would be cool if somebody did a 16-bit remake of this one. Certainly, certainly. Skull, do you have a favorite Sonic meme? Not off the top of my head. Also, welcome JZ Boyfan 24. Ooh, man. That was a bit of a tight jump there. And that's half the Chaos Emerald so far. But yeah, like a 16-bit remake of this one, as like a ROM hack or something, that would be pretty gosh darn cool. It's been done with other ones too. Like I know somebody wanted to make a 16-bit version of Sonic Chaos, if I'm not mistaken, and I think there's also one of Triple Trouble, if I'm remembering correctly. So it'd be a cool idea. I'm surprised nobody's really thought of doing that with this one. Although it's not quite as cool of an idea since Green Hill's already in here. Hey, Firefox. Welcome to the stream. Ah, okay. Hope you had a good birthday there, Crest. Goddamn, 96. I'm gonna have a really good ring bonus. If the time limit's up, well, he dies. That's just about the full story there, you know? Sonic runs out of time, he's fucking dead. Alright, this one's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, I don't want the... It's like I gotta... Shit. Well, that sucked. This one's a pain in the ass to do. But yeah, hope you had a good birthday. It was a great birthday this year. Nice to hear. Did you find that fourth Chaos Emerald? Oh, don't worry. That's in the next zone. I'll find that one. Yeah, that one is the only special stage in the whole game that's kind of a bastard. It's really weird. So I don't believe I actually got the continue that I picked up in there, because I didn't cross the goal line. Oop. Now here's a nice difference between the Master System and Game Gear versions of this game, actually. This version here has what is called Contra Syndrome. So if I jump down to the bottom, sometimes like platform will even appear, and it'll still count as a death if you jump down. In the Game Gear version, you can drop down as much as you want. It doesn't matter. They must have realized at some point in development that was actually kind of fucked up. So let's see, if I wasn't quick on my feet there, I would have dropped down and died. I'm sorry to hear about that, Sunswift. Ooh, okay. Ah, gotcha. Probably could have jumped up from that one. It's better safe than sorry, though. Just one ring off from a special stage, too. That's unfortunate. I hope you had a good birthday, too, there, Firefox. Wonder how long I'll be able to keep this shield. No! Aw, come on. I pressed the jump button. I contend that death of the game. I had to open my big mouth about keeping the shield. I mean, it's not like I, you know, didn't have a shitload of lives, but, you know, still. There we go. Thank you for the sympathy, Sunsmith. It was almost a second one. I thought that the screen didn't go over in time. Well, I mean, the balls do hurt, Sonic. It's just... Oh, you mean flatten him like a pancake. Okay. Took me a moment to register what you were saying, because I'm stupid. Okay, this is just rings, but... Rings are good. Rings are good for my health. Ooh, man, that was close. I thought I was gonna lose my shield there. Alright. It's very cool how they made games like this. I suppose. I mean, it's cool that they made this in the sense that it's a good game. Air bubble, you're gonna... I mean, I know I have forever until I actually drown, but... Air bubble, please. Okay, thank God. Doesn't usually take that long to spawn. Okay. Gonna need you to shoot your projectiles there, Mr. Man. Okay, cool. Good thing they don't have the Nightmare Drowning music. I mean, the drowning music's iconic, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of... I mean, this was like the first in the 8-bit games. As well, to be fair, so I can't really blame this one for not having the drowning music, but... was just a shield there. Oh, thought you could get me. You did get me. Oh well. Alright, I'll let you do your thing again. Cool. Okay, Kimasabi, I'll read your comment in just a moment. Alright, I remember going with my dad to Burger King, and my dad would place my order in his while I played video games. It was mostly in the corner with 4 different types of games. Oh yeah, we were talking about like the McDonald's video game thingies. And you mentioned having one at a Burger King, and I don't remember there ever being one at Burger King. At least, I'm fairly certain that's something that actually happened on one of my streams before. I could be hallucinating. Was there an extra life somewhere else? Okay. Ah, they don't give you two. It's like you get one or the other, and man, my little nightmare drowning song. Gotta be careful here. It spikes immediately. Also spikes immediately here. Do I dare? I think it's just rings there. There are rings here, though. If I remember correctly. Yes, there are. Okay. So yeah, that was just a big pit of rings. I didn't want to risk dying for that. Ooh. God, that was close. Thanks, fam. Double thanks, fam. Sonic is addicted to rings. Hey man, you know, he needs them to live. Or at least, he needs them for the guarantee of living. If I didn't have rings there, I would have got fucked. Come on, yeah. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I probably should have waited. Oh well. Sorry, that must have sounded really obnoxious. Okay, wait. So... I don't necessarily need the invincibility, but... it works much better if I have the invincibility to get this Chaos Emerald than if I didn't have it. Yeah, they put it in this fucking spike pit here, and they give you the invincibility, and like, you can get it with invincibility frames. You don't have those for very long though. It's just a thing. So like, if you intentionally get yourself hit with the spikes, you have to immediately jump in there and then jump right back out to get the emerald. How's that fire shooter shooting out fire underwater? Beats me, man. Sonic always gets the under rings when he's at VK drive-thru. I can believe it. Why not? Yeah, no, it wasn't worth it. There's like an extra life on that spike path there. I was just being dumb and I shouldn't have gone for it. It's really hard to get without dying, because they don't give you rings in the boss level. So nah, Swift, that wasn't a BS death. That was my own damn fault. I should not have taken the risk. Okay, I think one more will do it. Can't hit him in the middle, by the way. Even if you're holding on the jump button, he, for whatever reason, you don't get enough momentum off of it. I don't know why YouTube keeps fucking hiding your messages, Kimasabi. YouTube's got a thing against you. Susan's out for you, man. Yeah, they had Mario Kart 64, Pac-Man, and I think the two were Sonic and some space game, but it was a long time. But it would be in the corner the second you enter Burger King. That's pretty cool. I like unusual shit like that. Like when I discovered the McDonald's one, like I just happened to be on a trip with my dad when I was 8 years old. We were at a McDonald's in Ohio, and I just saw it like right there in the Playland was a Nintendo 64 setup thing, and it was in the middle of a game of Mario. Excuse me, of Mario Party. So I jumped in and I didn't understand it at all. So I left it pretty quickly, but I don't know. It was just cool to see that it was there. McSonic. Come on down to McSonic. Actually, that reminds me, I haven't seen the, what was it, like a Peruvian McDonald's commercial for Sonic Movie 2? Or was it multi-language? In any case, I haven't seen it. I'm looking to have a pretty good bonus if I can keep this amount of lives by the end of the game. Even though points, like, literally don't matter. Well, they do in the sense that every 50,000 you get another extra life. But points mostly don't matter. I just like seeing the number go up. There's some extra rings over here. Booyah. Alright, cool. Oop. I'll let you do your thing. Do you wish that they would do that more often? It's coin operated like an arcade machine? I think if like you're already paying for the meal. But then again, they have arcade machines in restaurants, and I've never had a problem. I don't know. I feel like in the context of McDonald's, though, if you're gonna include it in the play area, it probably should just be something that's free, you know. That does seem like a weird double standard, though, because like, again, I've been to like restaurants and stuff with arcade cabinets, and like I don't see why they wouldn't have you pay a little money for the games that you're going to be playing. Oh. Alright, ball hog. There you go. I don't know, man. I think it would have been cool if more McDonald's had them, though, because it was literally just a chance thing for me to discover that they even had those. But it was pretty cool, you know? I don't know what other games they had there. I just know it was, I believe it was Mario Party 2. Because it had the cowboy aesthetic and stuff. Hey, Slytherin. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing this on purpose, by the way. Failing on purpose. Because I can get another extra life. Yeah. What does that put me at then? Like 21, I think? There we are. Here in bed while watching the stream. Hey! Well, I hope that you find this to be a good way to relax, and I hope you have a good time while you're here. Ooh, man, I didn't think I was going to make it up there. Besides the DLC, do you think that Sonic Origins would be great? I think it's nice that they're, you know, making the remake versions of those games more accessible by putting them on, you know, so many platforms, Steam included. So, like, I think that it's a good idea and that people will like it, and, like, just as a base compilation, like, it'll be good. It's just that, you know, the price point, like I said, and the whole DLC thing, like, it sucks, but it doesn't, like, totally ruin the compilation either, you know what I mean? I really don't think they should be selling it at $40 though, because I know, like, they got the remake of 3 and Knuckles now and everything. That's really awesome. But like, you know, again, these are still, like, even if they are remakes, they're old games, and, you know, Sonic 1 and 2 have very minimal changes from what was released, you know, 9 years ago now. Sonic CD, I believe, if they also have the coin system, which I wouldn't be surprised if all the games have that coin system. So, like, you know, aside from 3 and K with the remake, like, all of these are super old. Like, you know, 1 and 2 are 9-year-old remakes. CD is a just barely over 10-year-old remake. And like, they're not making Knuckles playable in CD. That's another thing. Like, I don't think that the price is justified for the very small amount of changes that we're getting with the addition of the remake of 3 and K. So that's basically my whole take on the thing. Is I think it'll be good, but you should probably wait until there's a sale, or maybe somebody, like, gifts it to you or something. Why isn't this spring working? That was weird. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? They were like, in the trailer, they were like, oh man, pick Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles. So, like, the assumption was, and I think that it was a reasonable one for people to make, was that Knuckles would be playable in CD. No, they confirmed it. Knuckles won't be playable in CD. just Sonic and Tails for that one. I like games that do less than Origins, so I really have no problem with what it is. Again, like, I don't think the game itself will be bad. It's just there's some decisions that they could have made that if I were in charge of the project, I would have done differently. Is the thing. So like, I think that it'll be worth your time. It's just, again, like, wait for a sale, or perhaps maybe if someone gifts the game to you. I wouldn't spend $40 on it. That's my take. There's a fair bit of flashing in this one. It is an old game, so just be aware. Oof. I feel like I've really lucked out on a lot of these jumps. Yeah, the DLC thing is real. It is absolutely 100% real. Ooh. Okay. I've never seen this version of the game in my entire life. Really? Not the Master System version of, Sonic 1 8-bit? Or are you talking about, like, this game in general? It was released on the Game Gear. You're from Sweden, and the Master System was pretty popular in Europe, so, color me a little surprised that you haven't, heard of it. Yeah, there is Sonic 3 Air. And it probably is just gonna have more than what Origins has, and that's fine. But there's a lot of people, like, who just won't know that, you know, 3 Air is even an option. So again, like, it's an accessibility thing. I'm glad that, like, there will be an official version that people can play. You haven't seen the 8-bit version just in general. I see. Yeah, it's pretty good. I quite like it. It's a mighty fine game. They really approximated the physics of the Genesis version very well, which is something that wasn't done quite as much in, or quite as well, I should say, in the other 8-bit Sonics, but it's not like those are bad games either. It's on my phone. What, the Sonic 3 Air? At least they did more things in Sonic Origins than in Mario 3D All-Stars. Yeah, that's true. I really wish that Mario 3D All-Stars had been a series of remakes like the original All-Stars. Like, that's what you should use the name All-Stars on, man. Is, like, you know, remakes of all these old games. That's what All-Stars was on the Super Nintendo. Alright, looks like I'm making this in with 21 lives, so I should have enough to beat the game. Oh, I'll have 22. Nice. This is actually the most I think I've had up to this point in any playthrough of the game I've done. So if I do this deathless, then and I have a shield too, actually. That's okay, I think I can get 2 on him here. There we go. So want me to get 1 more? What's going on here? Oh, shit. Well, at least I had the shield. Alright, just wait for the ball to... Shit. Aw, man. I went in a little too hungry for those hits. I'd be so happy if they did a miniseries with the art style in the Sonic Origins trailers. Yeah, that'd be interesting. We'll have to see what Sonic Prime does, come to think of it, because we've been a little starving for Sonic animation. Just a little. Oh, God. Why'd I do that? If you were to make your own game, Skull, what would it be and what genre? Well, I love platformers. That's my genre right there. Honestly, I have no idea what I would do for a video game, because that's a lot, you know? The button looks like a spring. Yeah, it does. It sure do. There we are. Okay, so I had 20 lives, so I'll still have a pretty good bonus. That is, like, the most that I've ever beaten this game with. That is incredible. Was so happy if... Oh, I read that comment. I forgot about Sonic Prime. It is a little easy to forget, but, you know, it is coming. 2022 is actually going to be pretty loaded with Sonic stuff. I'll read that in a moment, Firefox. I just want to see what my score is. Alright. 321,000 for the Chaos Emeralds. 20 lives times 5,000. Again, I think that's the most I ever beat the game with, so this is going to be incredible, actually. 421,600. And 471,600. I even took a screenshot of it. I really want to see if that's my record. But I'll do that in a moment. Firefox says my OC goes on adventures collecting special materials for his friends' villages to protect them. Well, I hope that you're having fun creating, and, you know, flex those muscles. It's good. It's some good stuff, you know? We seriously need a 2D Sonic series. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. Would love to see what Prime's doing. Since we've gotten so little, like, we need a trailer already. It'd be so heartbreaking if it wasn't your high score. If it's not my high score, it's incredibly fucking close to my high score. Why does Sonic have beige shoes? Is it red or white? I don't know, his shoes have always looked red to me in this game. We'll see that in a moment. And by that I mean my high score. I really want to see what it was, because I beat this game earlier this year, and also did like a pretty good job. Like, it's my current high score on it. So I won't be able to see the chat for a moment, but have the end screen here. I want to see if I broke my own personal record for this game. Do I have my pictures folder? I do not. Okay. Just a moment, fam. Okay. So I had 471,600. My record was... no, I haven't beaten it. Okay. I got pretty close, though. My personal record in this game is 497,300. Ah, darn. It's not like that was a bad run, though. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's the game. So, I know I'm very awkward by myself, but I think for a self-stream, I've been doing okay. When you're entering into different act zones, he has shoes. Wait, hold on. When you're entering into different acts, his shoes are beige. My fake personal record is 500K. Well, Wellerton. Perhaps I should have used the @everyone tag as opposed to @here. So I'm legitimately surprised that nobody's coming here to co-host. But then again, like I said, it's not like they're obligated to or anything. And stuff. And things. So yeah, I've been handling myself better than I thought that I would, just by myself. So, I don't know why you keep saying Tyson has Firefox. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints. We'll do a bit of a Q&A sesh and whatnot. Oh, hi, Wild Style. Just dropping by to say hi and have a good game. It was a good game, Wild Style. Thank you very much. I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, I guess anything on the mind you guys want to ask me or start a conversation with. Now would be the time to do it. And we'll see if somebody jumps in during. Wild Style, the Riddle Master. 2D Comics. Yes, Tyson Hess was indeed involved in the comics. Are you going anywhere with these references, or are you just saying trivia? I guess while people are I don't know, weirdest episode of Kirby right back at you. Oh, gotcha. God, they're all they're all pretty weird. Uh, you know, just off the top of my head, I'll say the animation one. Uh, the animation one was pretty good. And it had like DDD's version of the theme song in it and shit. I liked it. Uh, do you enjoy sour snacks, Skull, or not really? It depends on the snack. Uh, I'll give you an example. I fucking love sweet tarts. They're like just the perfect amount of sour for me. Sweet tarts are so fucking good. It's been forever since I've had any, but I love them so much. Probably my favorite sour candy. Um, but then like you get like a step up with like sour Skittles, which are almost too intense for me to handle. Uh, and then like you go a step up from that and get like Warheads, which are really really fucking sour. Like, they're called Warheads for a reason, I guess. You gotta have a big tolerance uh, to have those. Uh, Me too. I love sweet tarts. Hey, nice. Yeah, man. Personally, like I give my applause to anybody who can handle Warheads. Like, good God. Uh, I believe that's where I discovered Furious Pete. Come to think of it, I haven't watched any of his videos in a while, but I know like about a decade ago, there's this guy Furious Pete who does like food challenges. Uh, I liked all the stuff of his I saw, and the first one that I believe I saw was like eating like 700 warheads in one sitting or something. And his mouth was uh, so fucking bloody by the end of it. Who had a habit of chewing the starburst with the paper on it? Uh, I will say that I've done that a couple times. Just like because I have no idea. My brain is weird sometimes. It's like, what would it be like if I had it with the paper on it? But I do believe the paper is edible. Uh, so they must have thought of that too. Well, poor guy, I guess with an asterisk. I mean, he chose to do it himself. It is edible. Yeah, I don't see why they would like wrap food in it if it wasn't edible. Or well, under certain circumstances anyway. I mean, like for a sour candy like Starburst, I can understand. Well, it's not like paper Slytherin. It's I don't know. Yeah, I have done that though, Sunswift, a few times just from being weird. Firefox, you can't eat lead. That's bad. That like actually is poisonous. Please do not eat lead, everybody. Uh, that is not good for your health one bit. You know what's even weirder? What's that, Slytherin? What's even weirder than eating the wrapping paper on Starbursts? Do you hate how fragile mechanical pencils are? Um, if you use the cheap ones, they are. Uh, Not that I have much experience. I just always used normal pencils most of the time. But I remember in 10th grade, I had this friend, and every so often, if I didn't have a pencil of my own, he had this really fucking nice, fancy mechanical pencil that he would let me borrow, and it was very smooth to write and stuff. It felt very good. Uh, would recommend the shit out of that mechanical pencil. Well, Slytherin, little kids do that. They're fucking gross. So they do fucking gross things. That reminds me of a story though that I in preschool. Uh, Speaking of like weird eating habits, I guess there was this one kid who I noticed in preschool. He would always like if he had a hamburger, he would eat just the buns. He took the patty out and would just eat the buns. So I remember after one such lunch where that happened, um, I was trying to tell my mom about it. But I guess like I was still having trouble with my R's at the time, I guess. So to her, it sounded like I was saying that he was eating his boogers weird. Uh, and I was telling the story, and she was like, "Brandon, I don't want to hear about someone eating their boogers." And I was like, "No, mom, burger." Like I had to really stress the R in the word hamburger, you know. Uh, so that's a story, I guess, from my small childhood. God, that was over 20 years ago now. Fuck. Good lord. Firefox, I'm very concerned for your health. Nice story. Once I ate 50 cents. Firefox, you were. What is going on? Though I can't. I can't really fault you for that. Like when I was a kid, I I think I accidentally swallowed a penny when I was a kid, and it felt so fucking weird until my stepdad got it out. Yeah, that's one that kids have a bit of trouble with for the first few years there. Crest is the word three. I actually remember teaching my little brother back around that time how to say it. Like we coached him. My older brother and I was like, we were blah. We were like, okay, it's not fui, you say three. Good times those were in the late '90s. Slytherin, that's a bit too spicy of a question. I'm gonna delete that comment. I drank coffee ever since I was 2 years old. I hope it was decaf. I had my first coffee when I was 5, but it was also decaf. Dude, same. I swallowed a penny when I was younger. It was not pretty for me. Slytherin, you okay? Uh, Crest, I am also concerned for you. Apparently, 4-year-olds should not be drinking alcohol. What's a game that you love that most people hate? Um, that's a good question. Uh, oh, see you, Wild Style. I thought you already left, to be honest. But I hope that you enjoyed the small bit that you're here, and I'll see you next time you show up. Um, wait, your mom thought that coffee would calm you down? That that seems to be the opposite of what coffee is supposed to do, especially for a kid. Um, okay, but Robert H was asking, what's a game that you love that most people hate? For me, the first thing that I think of is Shadow the Hedgehog. Uh, well, I don't know if I would go so far as saying that I love the game, uh, but I think it's better than people give it credit for. The mission system is stupid, and the story is utterly fucking ridiculous. Uh, but the base gameplay itself, though, I find that the guns work for the most part. The vehicles are shitty again for the most part. There's like the motorcycle in Lethal Highway that I think actually runs pretty good. And then there's also the walker in at least one level that's actually really good. Uh, though honestly, for the most part, like you should just be playing as Shadow by himself unless the game makes you do a vehicle because he runs much faster than those. Uh, but yeah, like I think the gameplay, generally speaking, is good. And if the gameplay is good, then the game can't really be bad, you know. So it would be Shadow the Hedgehog for me. Plus, there's some ironic enjoyment that we can get out of the game too. It's like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me. Only on the pure hero route, everybody. I drank cappuccino since 7. Can cappuccino even be decaf? My god. Seems like most people here were drinking coffee way too early. Who's a character you like that is almost universally hated? That is almost or universally hated. Um, it's always when people ask me these questions that I struggle to come up with answers for some fucking reason. Uh, damn, dude, I don't know. At least not right now. I'll try to keep it in mind if I happen to come up with something. Do you prefer the prototype version of Orbot that was in Sonic Unleashed or his finished version? Well, Orbot and Unleashed was really good. But I feel like, Colors kind of defined Orbot by introducing Qbot and, making that whole dynamic. Uh, so, like, Unleashed was a good start, but Colors is where, like, the character really came into his own. And, I love Orbot and Qbot. They're fucking great. I quite love them. Uh, Firefox said Cosmo for the character question. Wait, Shadow says that in the game? Yeah, he sure does. He sure do. And again, like I said, only on the pure hero route. Kimasabe and Q actually, Shadow the Hedgehog technically has 11 endings. So, you go through the 5 last levels, and there's 2 different versions of each of, those. So that's 10. And then when you beat all 10 of those, then you get the final story, and that's like the actual true ending. I do love the Shadow game as well. I thought of the question because I'm playing Avengers and I like that game despite what everyone says. And I'm not sure which game you're referring to, but if you like it, then that's all good. Did you say 11 endings? That's too much. Yeah, like they make you do 10, and like it is too much. That's one of the things with the progression of the game. Like it's a bit hard to defend Shadow the Hedgehog, but I like my main argument is that I don't think the gameplay itself is too bad. It's just that they made a couple of decisions that were really dumb. The whole ending thing being one of them. The robot in Unleashed is called SAS. Well, I know, or SA-55, I guess if you want to be technical. But you know, he was renamed Orbot, so uh, just for the sake of simplicity, I call him Orbot when referring to Unleashed. Uh, how much do you want to destroy Gun? Uh, well, Gun is a fictional organization. So, uh, I don't know. I think that they, at the end of Shadow the Hedgehog and, in '06 and stuff, like, they made amends with Shadow over the whole arc thing. Uh, at least to as much of an extent as it could be. So they're fine. Whatever. Worst ending of Shadow the Hedgehog? Uh, worst ending. I don't know. Uh, I don't think I'd be able to answer that in terms of specifics. What I will say though, and I think I mentioned this before on stream, was they should have done, if they were gonna do this whole 10 ending system to unlock the last ending, blah blah blah. Uh, they should have done a couple endings where you join up with Eggman, because uh, like I think that it would have fit, with the whole thing. They could have done that. Like there's three factions basically that you can pick to buddy up with throughout the entire game. There's the Black Arms, there's Eggman, and there's Sonic slash Gun. Uh, or you can go strike out on your own as well. So the endings in the game reflect three of those possibilities. But for whatever reason, they didn't put one in where Shadow joins up with Eggman, and it is a bit weird to divide four into 10. But I think that they could have done like two endings where he joins with Gun. Slash Sonic. They could have done two endings with the Black Arms. They could have done two endings with Eggman. And then they could have done three endings where Shadow strikes out on his own. Uh, or wait, does that make up 10? No, four endings. I'm stupid. Four endings where Shadow strikes out on his own. Excuse me for not being able to do simple math for a moment. Yeah, Kimasabe, you have to play Shadow the Hedgehog 10 times. Uh, you can really mix it up because there is like 326 different ways that you can get to those endings. It's just like you got to play Westopolis 10 times. You know, you've got to beat each of the final bosses two times. It's just tedious. Like I'm sure if I was able to get my console set up going and everything and hook up my GameCube and start playing through the game, I would be able to do it eventually. But it would just be such a fucking slog, you know. Yeah, Pure Hero is surprisingly kind of like what the fuck, because it has like Lethal Highway. For me anyway, I was never able to get the good ending on Lethal Highway, and that kind of sucked. For me. Um, and then it also has Lost Impact, which uh, fuck the good mission in that level, having to find all the fucking chaos monsters, the artificial chaoses, I should say. Uh, that that one fucking blew. As far as the arc levels are concerned, the Doom is much better. At least that one has like a really cool musical track, and whatnot. And I'm fairly certain it has a neutral ending too. So, and then again, Lost Impact I think is one of the ones that has a neutral ending. Whatever. You know, wish there was a stage select screen. Um, I don't know. Like progression just doesn't kind of work like that though in Shadow the Hedgehog. I do like Lost Impact soundtrack. It's so calm. Yeah, like the song is calm and all. It's just the fucking hero mission is the definition of tedium. Like there's stage select, but it's not in relation to like you can start the story from this point. It's just like, have you beaten this level? Okay, you can replay it anytime. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry, I needed to cough. I do love that Shadow gave you a lot to do at least. Like there's potential there, you know, that they gave you plenty of options, and it's not like a morality system for you know, a game focused on Shadow the Hedgehog is a bad idea. It's just again the way they implemented everything just wasn't that good. You know? Hi, Mr. Scoot. We're just having a bit of a talk here. Just having us some nice conversation. The game menu in Shadow the Hedgehog has subtitles in broken English in the background. Does it? I don't remember. My brother and I had so much fun with the versus mode. I tried with the versus mode, and it's definitely not Sonic Adventure 2. I'll say that much. But if you and your brother had a lot of fun in it, you know, good on you. You know, it's very sad that they managed to fit the, or very cool. I've misread the shit out of that message. It's very cool that they managed to fit the game on the GameCube. Um, yeah, I think that's what Sega was like. I don't know for sure or anything, but my impression is that they would develop the games specifically with the GameCube in mind to make sure that they like you know that the game can run on that system without having to make any cuts or anything because there are some other games from around that time like late in the sixth gen that they had to start cutting content from the GameCube version to make it fit on the discs. So it is really cool that Sega was like, nah, man, we want the whole fucking experience on GameCube and other systems. I never noticed that Kimasabe. That's weird. That is weird. Has everyone here seen Sonic 2? I know I've seen it. Uh, Even if everybody has, though, it's not a good idea to start spoiling the movie because you know someone who hasn't seen the movie might want to watch the VOD, you know, and then if they get spoiled, then you know. Mr. Scoot, big recommend. I could not recommend that movie enough. It's a good one. Well, Crest, you might not care about spoilers, but you know a lot of other people do. There are people who want to see the movies, and if they haven't yet, especially since two only came out like a couple weeks ago, you know, you got to be mindful of everybody here. All right, Q, thank you, thank you. I mean, it was a good experience seeing the movie and everything. I talked about that on Vinny's stream recently, and I recorded the podcast with Rabid Symph and Tori and Trimp. Blah blah. I said Trimp. I'm sorry, Trip. Uh, Trip. Uh, Recorded them and myself talking about the movie, shooting the shit about it. Uh, I posted a tweet about it too. The rather the podcast, I have all the audio edited for the main portion. There's one more bit that I want to record for it. I'll try to get everything out by the end of the month. If I can't get it out by the end of April, then I'll have uh, the podcast out by the 8th of May, so it'll still be within the first month of the movie. And spoiler warning for that too. So if you don't want spoilers, then please skip the podcast. What was the worst movie I've ever seen? Ah, fuck, dude. There's a lot of bad movies I've seen. Eggman was the best part of the movie for me. Eggman was really fucking good. You can't just have Jim Carrey in a movie, or well, I suppose you can, but it's very hard to have Jim Carrey in a movie and not like have him be like one of the best parts. Yeah, dude. Like, as far as worst movie I've ever seen, I don't know if I'd be able to tell you with confidence because there are a lot of shitty movies I've seen. There are a lot of good ones too. It's just I don't know. Like, if there was a movie that I thought was just the single worst movie I've ever seen in my life, I couldn't come up with it like right now on the spot. I would have to really think about it for a little while. And stuff. And things as well. I've seen some clips of the movie on YouTube. Well, Slytherin, if it's out in Sweden, again, recommend. Uh, Big recommend. I've seen it in either Tornado and Eggbot toys. Um, I had a conversation about Sonic figures with Vinny recently on his stream from a week and a day ago, I guess. Before I read Q's thing there, Jax. It looks like Jax has been doing a really good job with the Sonic figures. And on my Amazon wish list right now, I've got the 4-inch Supersonic and the 4-inch Amy Rose. On there, I really would like to get my hands on a couple of those figures because I missed out on like the most of the Jazzwares figures. I have like Sonic and Shadow Superposers, but those were more so like those were kind of adopted from Toy Island, you know. Um, they only ever really made small changes to those ones. Um, I do have a Werehog figure though, so that was all completely Jazzwares. Uh, and then I thought Tommy's figures looked fucking crap, so I was never interested in getting one of those. But it looks like Jack Pacific was putting out some good stuff with theirs, and I'm interested in the like the ones that I put on my Amazon list, plus others, you know. So would like to get my hands on those at some point. So Q said, I think the worst movie I've ever seen is Schumacher's Batman and Robin or Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Maybe not the worst, but those movies have aged really bad. Well, at least like with those movies, like they're bad in a goofy kind of way that like you can still have fun, like uh, you know, making jokes about it, like uh, if you're watching it with friends or something along those lines. Like if I'm thinking worst movie I've ever seen, I would try to think of a movie that personally thought was like bad, that was not fun at all to watch. So like I don't know. That's just my opinion. Uh, do you wish that Wayne gets fired from the police force in the Sonic movie? I think you mean Wade, which uh, is a mistake I made. I thought his name was Wes for a moment when we were recording the podcast. You'll hear it in the podcast. I struggled with his name for a moment, which is very unfortunate because I thought he was one of the funniest characters in the movie. But nah, man, I love Wade, despite not remembering his name. He was good. I hope he doesn't get fired. Or if he does get fired, I hope that they make a good storyline out of it where he can earn the trust of the community back and uh, rejoin the police force. Uh, Opinions on plug and play consoles. Um, Not the best, not the worst either. I had a couple when I was a kid. Uh, Actually, I had a lot of good times actually with because like one of the TV plug and play games things was my little brother's, so I didn't play it as much. It had Pitfall on it though. That was good. Uh, but my dad got me one that had Pac-Man and other assorted games on it for my 12th birthday. And um, my bedroom at the time was uh, or at least like a couple months from then, my bedroom would become my basement. Haha, funny. So, uh, I also had like this little tiny black and white CRT TV, like 5 inches, and that was one of the things I used it for. Was my TV plug and play console. I would just like play Pac-Man or Rally X or whatever on that thing. So I look at it kind of nostalgically. Uh, For a brief spell, my original Xbox I also had down there with that little tiny black and white TV. Uh, so uh, I look somewhat positively back on those times, like at least as far as what I used to do for entertainment. Not so much my personal life, which I'm not going to get into here. But at least I had shit that I could just forget it all and escape. Uh, so yeah, I remember seeing the SpongeBob one. I never had it. Uh, There's probably a few of those SpongeBob ones now. Uh, I would watch a bad movie just to make fun of it with my family. Yeah, I've done that with my friends like multiple times. It's fun, because at least if you're watching a shitty movie by yourself, you're kind of suffering. But at least if you do it with friends or family, like you can turn it into a fun thing. You know, I was worried about the Jax figures at first, but they've stepped up their game. I just wish they would make an Eggman scale with the other figures. An Eggman in scale rather with the other figures. Do they not have Eggman in scale with the others? That's pretty weird, but a minor thing, I guess. But yeah, like you see, I'm a pro wrestling fan, and like back in the day, I used to get Jakks Pacific WWE figures all the time, so I know that they make good shit. So it's nice to see that with Sonic, they haven't disappointed in that regard. What is the most boring movie? Fuck. Good lord, most boring movie? I don't know. I usually tune out of boring ones. Like I'll give you a good example. I believe it was last year or maybe the year before for Halloween. Rabbit and Josh wanted to watch Paranorman. Nothing against anyone who likes Paranorman. It's just I personally thought that the movie was boring after like 10, 15 minutes. So I just kind of like I zoned out for the rest of the movie. But as far as like the single most boring movie, I don't know if I'd be able to answer that. Honestly, I don't care for Lord of the Rings. I haven't really seen Lord of the Rings. I am interested though. Here, I'll put it in the chat for you, Q. It was Paranorman. That was the one. But that was just an example. I don't know if I would call that like the most boring movie I've seen. It's just one that had, that effect on me where I was just kind of bored by it, so I just, you know, zoned out and did other shit while they were watching. I only briefly saw like some of Lord of the Rings in certain like situations. So like the only one I can definitively remember was they just kind of turned Lord of the Rings on during the last day of school while we were waiting for our buses to come in. So uh, and I don't even know if it was the first one either. It was just kind of one of the movies. Um, One thing about that particular watching I thought was weird though, it was like the extended editions, which was cool, but like for whatever reason, even though it was literally just on to hold us over for our buses to come, uh, and it was literally on the last day of school as well, so like who gives a shit, right? But whoever was in charge of the player was like, okay, we're gonna watch this, but every one of the scenes that isn't in the theatrical cut of the movie, I'm gonna press the skip chapter button. So it was fucking weird. Not to mention, I didn't see the whole movie either, so I don't really have much of an impression based off of that one watching. Sauron is like I believe the evil eye at the top of the mountain. My Lord of the Rings knowledge is very limited though, so Slytherin seems to quite like it though. So Slytherin, who is Sauron? Was I right? There was a Woody Allen movie that was so obnoxious and insufferable that I had to sit through in my film history class because my borderline senile teacher tried to hype it up as a love story. It was the most narcissistic movie I ever watched, I think. Well, yeah, having to watch movies that you don't like in school is definitely a thing. Like James Cameron's Avatar, did not like that one at all. We had to watch it in science one time. Uh, okay, not he's not at the mountain. He's in the tower. Gotcha. Uh, but yeah, man. I didn't complain about watching Avatar though because I loved my science teacher and his assistant so much. That was a fucking great class. Sauron is the Dark Lord of the series. Yeah, that much I think I could decipher. But it's good that you're clarifying though, because I would have sounded like a huge idiot if I was wrong. Again, my knowledge of Lord of the Rings is very limited, so yeah. Well, you see, Crest. According to Epic Rap Battles of History, Darth Vader is the original Dark Lord. That's an old fucking video. I remember when that was new. My God. That's all right, Skull. Well, thank you for the assurance, my dude. I appreciate it. You're always there for me when I need you most, Slytherin. I kind of didn't care for epic rap battles as much as I did epic mealtime. Those aren't comparable series at all. I was never subscribed to either, but I guess between the two, I think I liked epic rap battles of history a little bit more. I know I've seen more of their videos than epic mealtime. Though there is, oh god, I forget. I think it was like fast food lasagna. Is what I think they were making in the video, but it was like the very first epic mealtime video I ever saw. Like my friend showed it to me, uh, when it first came out, and still to this day, every once in a while, like the one guy going tasty meat poop still pop up in my mind. Oh man, my teacher, everyone in my class watched something and made us do a play about it. To be real with you, it was boring to the point I was, ooh, goodness. Must have been awkward to do the play then. Star Wars does take place a long time ago, says Robert. Yeah, so Darth Vader may very well be the original Dark Lord. Cursed shipping in Pokemon, including the Pokemon breeding pairs. I'm sure there is a lot of cursed Pokemon ships that you can do. Just like in any series, really. Like the one I always joke about for Sonic, like the most cursed one is like egg cream, you know. So I'm sure that there's one in Pokemon that everyone could be like, yeah, that's fucking disturbing. Remember the early days of MatPat, Review Tech USA, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Markiplier. Gotcha, gotcha. Q, I don't think that shipping is like bad. You know, a lot of people can get too crazy about it, but like I think the reaction to it's a little overblown. Like you know, I got friends that have ships and whatnot like that. You know, that, and they're perfectly respectable, blah, respectful rather about it. So you know, the stereotype isn't really indicative of how people who like doing the shipping thing actually go about it. Wailord and Skitty can indeed breed together. Oh god, not egg cream. Egg cream. That's horrible. I can't even find it funny. Well, you put lol there. I would not mind doing a play like, unlike Iron Man. I don't think anyone would mind. Especially whoever's playing Tony Stark. Can you imagine? You get to be Iron Man for a bit. That's fucking cool. But yeah, like again, as far as like cursed ships and stuff go, like I've joked about egg cream before. Uh, Can definitively say if I ran into someone who unironically liked it, that I would not make friends with them. So, but yeah, it's just if there's any two characters in a franchise, there's gonna be at least one person who ships them. Yes, Swift, but I'm talking like romantically speaking. Egg cream sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah. Q says, yeah, kind of overgeneralized. They're just like with any community, really fanatic, radicalized people who make the whole community look bad. Yeah, man, it's just how it be sometimes. Certain fandoms get picked out and whatnot for that. Like the Sonic fan base, uh, gets that a lot. Uh, I'm sure there are other ones out there, not that I can think of any right now that get it too. Who do you ship in the Final Fantasy or Sonic universe? I don't really do that. Um, like from a storytelling perspective, I guess if you really think about it, there are certain ones that I think could work. But I'm also not like one of those diehards for it. So like I don't really have any besides egg cream. What is the worst ship? Um, I don't know. Gerald Cream. Oh, that's terrible. Oh God. Let's be real. Does Shadow even know who Cream is? I'm sure in certain continuities, he does. Uh, oh no, in the game continuity, he must as well, at least from the end of Heroes. They interacted then, maybe not directly, but they were all in the same place. And stuff. You never seen the ending of Heroes? Sonalise. That one was pretty bad. '06 did not tell the best story. I went to a 7-Eleven yesterday and there was this familiarity and nostalgia I felt as I was getting stuff in there. Um, I don't know about familiarity and nostalgia, or well, I guess familiarity. I've never really been nostalgic about a trip to 7-Eleven, but I will say, every time I walk into a 7-Eleven, the smell of the coffee being brewed and uh, whatnot, it gets me every time. Like the smell of 7-Eleven is so fucking unique. I love it. Like every time I walk into one, I just think, wow, that's pleasant. Little Caesars pizza too. Like anytime I walk into a Little Caesars, like it smells like breadsticks, and it's so lovely, man. I love it. I haven't. I don't even think I've seen the last levels. Ah, dude. Uh, well, I guess I would say play Sonic Heroes or look up videos of it if you want to. If you want to see the ending. I used to go to 7-Eleven a lot back in high school, so that's where the nostalgia comes from for me. Yeah, I used to frequent 7-Eleven too. Just like I don't know, it's just always a place to stop by for a snack or whatever. I've had nostalgic moments at 7-Elevens. Like for instance, collecting commemorative Slurpee cups. Particularly for Spider-Man 3 and Halo 3. I remember that, like, going up to 7-Eleven with my little brother. But that was more so about like the journey and what we were getting than like the actual establishment itself. But if you feel that way about 7-Eleven, that's perfectly fine. I'm not about to stomp on your dreams. Kimasabe says the worst ship. I would say Tails and Cream, only because I don't see them as a romantic couple, but as friends just hanging out. Uh, I mean that's a pretty standard one though. Like if you want to think about it as like bad, as far as like if you're thinking about worst, like it should actually be like disturbing or creepy in some way. Something like that. Gee man, King Boom Boo X fucking cucky. That'd be pretty disturbing. Maybe not as much as egg cream, I guess, but well, Sunswift says I have a Spivey's in the town I live in. Spivey's must be a local place for you. I've never heard of it. Can't say I've heard of Spivey's. Crest says that's how I see Nuxays. Same with Silvespio or Tails. More great friends. Yeah, like if someone's shipping Sonic and Tails romantically, I kind of have to question what the hell is wrong with them. Uh, just meh, that just doesn't sound right. The worst ship I got, Eggman X Slenderman. Hey man, if Eggman and Slenderman wanna be a thing, then why not? Absolutely, why not? Uh, okay. So I've been on for almost 2 hours now. Uh, and again, surprisingly, nobody's hopped in to join me for co-host. So I think I'm gonna take like one more topic of discussion or question or whatever, and then start wrapping things up. Uh, so yeah. Uh, okay, Mr. Scoot, I'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed. Q's asking, what about Eggman and Femboy Sonic? Listen, if you ship Eggman with any of the animal characters, uh, that's gonna be disturbing. But if we remove Eggman from the equation, if Sonic wants to do that, then that's his own personal business. you know? Just let him do his thing. It's not hurting anybody. So, aside from that, I'll take one more thingy majiggy. Oh, hey, Yancey. You're kind of joining me here for like the very tail end of this stream. I'm at the point now where I'm like, one more question or topic of discussion, and then I gotta go. I missed the stream because of work. Oh, that's fine. That's perfectly okay, my dude. I don't expect everybody to make every stream. That would just be, plain unreasonable. I know everybody's got their own thing. Opinions on Eggman X Ella from Sonic X. Okay. I think it was an interesting idea that the comics had for that. Uh, it's it's something like uh, it's something that I think that from what I've heard about it, they did it in a really charming way. So I don't mind it at all. Eggman deserves some happiness too, even if he is fucking evil. And apparently everybody's asking me, well, that is an interesting question. What do you think would be the most likely of all the Sonic boys to to be a femboy? Uh, okay. If I'm gonna give a legitimate answer to that, uh, I know I said it on the stream where KN was doing up everybody as um uh, the Sailor Guardians. Uh, Like I personally think that Sonic would not have any inhibitions about like he wouldn't give a fuck. Like he owns that shit. He would not give a shit about what he's wearing. So I guess if you want an answer, I guess it would be him. Sonic does not embarrass easy. He is loud and proud. Yeah, that's uh Sailor Guardians. It's the Sailor Moon characters. That's collectively what they're called. At least in the Japanese, in like modern dub uh, context. In like the original dub, they were called the Sailor Scouts. But yes, my answer to that question, who would be the most likely femboy in Sonic? I guess it would be Sonic. When was that stream? I don't remember. That was December 6th, 2019. That was on the Sonic song half of things. It's in my playlist. After we were done with that, we went over to my channel to do some more art. Uh, I drew a really really shitty picture of Amy Rose. Thoughts on Sonic 1 8-bit? Oh, it's a really good game. I think they approximated the physics of the Genesis games really well and put in a good effort, and it's a very solid adventure. I did it because Swift. I did it because Kayan and Courtney, were doing it too. So like, basically the premise was like, would you guys be okay for doing like blah. Would you guys be okay with doing pieces of art, with this theme for a stream, and then I can fucking embarrass myself with my completely unprofessional art? I am by no means an artist, especially digital, because like I don't have a tablet or anything. I just have a mouse, so it looks fucking terrible. I'm a little better with a pen, but I wouldn't say that I'm good at art or anything. I think it's better than the Mega Drive one. Ooh, that's a bit of a hot take. Like they're both really good games. It's just I think that oh, excuse me. I think that the Genesis one is better. Well, I mean, Slytherin, like I suppose if people are using the term in a certain light, like that's not. I don't know. I don't think that the term femboy is inherently a sexual term. Uh, so I don't know. I don't think age really has to do with it. You know, if Tails wants to do it, he's perfectly entitled to. Do I still have the drawing? Yeah, I do. Here, I'll get it for you. Uh, in fact, I will put all of them in. Why not? Okay, so do do do. Uh, I'll show off the other ones first, just so we can get a good comparison of wow, mine is really shit versus the other ones. So the theme again was magical girls, which Kayan and Courtney took to mean Sailor Moon. Uh, so Courtney did. Let's just yeah, Courtney did this one with Rookie. So yeah, it looks really nice. Uh, Definitely the winner of that day, I think. Uh, she put like and this was done only over the course of a couple hours too, which is incredible. So Courtney did a really good job on that. Uh, that's not to say that KN's was bad though. Uh, KN did this, taking a bit of a reference from an official piece of Sailor Moon art, and she did Wheel decide to determine which characters got to be which of the Guardians here. So we have Jet as Venus. I was really hoping for Amy. Cream as Sailor Moon, which kind of makes sense anyway because Sailor Moon, her name in Japanese, Usagi, that means rabbit. So that actually kind of works out. Marine is Jupiter. S&T as Mercury, which again kind of works out because S&T is all light blue and Mercury's outfit is, her signature color is light blue. And then Sonic is Mars. So yeah. And then uh, let's bring in my thingy-majiggy. So again, the theme was more so magical girls than anything else. So if anyone remembers uh, the Amy is Best Anime skit, I had the Sauna Girls, and Amy was Sauna Girl Blue, so I drew her as Sauna Girl Blue. Let's center and fit that to screen. So yeah, like it's it's terrible. The arms aren't even length. It's fucking shit. I I do not like this drawing at all, but that's kind of part of the charm, you know, the hands do look weird. I was trying to use my own as a reference, but it didn't really work out. Uh, but I'm not an artist by trade, so what what truly can you expect from me? Uh, so yeah, that was my attempt, and then I'll give you a traditional one as well. Another Amy uh, that I did. I had to stay at a hotel uh, for a few days a couple years ago. If I can get it, I think I'm in the right folder. I am. Okay, cool. Uh, so this is a traditional attempt, and again, like you can see, it's better than the digital attempt because again, I'm just better with a pen, Uh, so uh, even though this one's kind of crap, but I kind of like the way that it came out, and I kind of like the message there too. It could apply to anybody. It's okay if you don't draw well. Well, you're not an artist, so it's fine. Yeah, that's essentially what I'm trying to say here. Is you know, that's not a bad Amy. Oh, well, thank you. Uh, and thank you everyone else for saying nice about the drawings. Oh, Q. I always just thought of a femboy as like someone who is male who likes dressing and presenting as a girl. Whether you pass or not, I don't think really has anything to do with it. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, so yeah, that's my history of art. Or maybe not my history of art. There's just a couple of examples of my art. So we had shitty GIMP slash MS Paint Amy. That's a good example of why I'm terrible at digital. And then here we have, if I can drag it back up again, Hotel Amy. That's a good example of how I'm much better at traditional. And I think that's where I'm going to end the stream because we've been on for over 2 hours now. So yeah, again, a bit surprising that I didn't get any co-hosts for this one, but you know what? I had a pretty good time chilling and hanging out with you dudes. Uh, so yeah, um, my goodness, my throat is really going. So I'm gonna go and get another drink. I hope that you guys liked what you saw here today. Don't know what I'm going to be streaming next or when it'll be, but I hope that you guys look forward to seeing more. And I'll catch you guys then. So again, thank you very much for watching and everything. Just one more time, I hope that you guys had a good time and some fun chilling, chatting, seeing me play the game and all that. So with all that said, I have been skull902. Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day.